Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So we're going to be taking a look at March Madness. It starts, well, they have the first form date and that's tonight. We'll get to those games in a minute, but we will March Madness bracket, which March Madness starts Thursday. Let me see here. Yes, round one starts on Thursday. So we're going to do my predictions for each conference. There's like a South Division, Midwest Division, West Division, East Division. So we will start one seed. North Dakota is the number 16th seed. I'm going to go with Duke. They've had a really good year this year. 8th ranked VCU against 9th ranked UCF. I'm going to go UCF. Right now we have Duke and UCF. Here's round two. Here's what I have here. We have Mississippi State at Liberty. Mississippi's ranked 5th and Liberty's ranked 12th. I'm going to go Liberty on that one because there was a lot of underdog stories last year. And I want that, and I still want, and I like underdog wins too. And like teams not really expected to win, but they win it. I like those kinds of wins there with Liberty. Fourth ranked, Virginia Tech at St. Louis, who's the 13th ranked. I'm going to go with Virginia Tech. So in round two, it's Liberty at Virginia Tech. Oh, and then we're going to have Three Musketeer broadcasts coming up too. So I'll keep track of my predictions and how stuff will go. How the matchups and stuff like that, leading you up to the end, the national championship on April 8th. So yeah, I might do a bracket update during maybe the Sweet 16, probably. Maybe after round two, do an update and see how my bracket is doing. Excuse me. Let's see, where was I? Let's see, 6th ranked Maryland is at 11th ranked Temple. I'm going to go with Maryland on that. We have 3rd ranked LSU at 14th ranked Yale. I'm going to go LSU to win that game. So we have Maryland and LSU in round two. 7th ranked Louisville is at 10th ranked Minnesota. I'm choosing Minnesota to win. Number 2 seed Michigan State at 15th ranked Bradley. I'm going to go Michigan State on that. So the matchup would then be Minnesota at Michigan State. So here are my round two matchups for the East. Just so you know, this could be like a 20 to 25 minute video. Duke and UCF are my round two matchups. I'm going to go Duke with that one. The Final Four in the East, Liberty at Virginia Tech. I'm choosing Virginia Tech, so the matchup would be Duke versus Virginia Tech. There are two of the four teams moving on, I think. Maryland at LSU. I'm going to go LSU on that. And the last team, Minnesota versus Michigan. I'm going to go Michigan. So, Sweet 16 matchups. Duke at Virginia Tech and LSU at Michigan State. Now, these are my predictions. I'm not saying that this is how the playoff format will go or anything. I actually printed out two of the brackets. One is my predictions, and another one is like how the actual tournament will go. So every day, we'll be keeping track of scores and stuff like that. And of course, we've been keeping it track in the weekly show too. So, weekly show on Saturday, we'll do like a bracket update there, and then maybe one next week or something like that. Like I said, after round two, because round two starts the 23rd, so maybe on the 25th we'll do how I'm doing and all that. So yeah, I should have described all that at the beginning. I apologize for that. Duke versus Virginia Tech in Sweet 16. I'm going to go Duke for that. LSU at Michigan State. I'm going to go LSU. So, Duke versus LSU in the East Finals. I'm going to go Duke to make it on to the Final Four. So Duke is my pick for the Final Four. Let's go now to the West Conference. Let's see, where am I? Okay, Gonzaga at, looks like FDU/PVU. I don't know what that is. But Gonzaga's ranked number 1, and whoever that is ranked number 16. So I am going with Gonzaga to win that game. We have another couple bracket episodes coming up for the NBA and NHL playoffs too. Because, I've been following up on all sports. So yeah. Let's hear. Okay. 8th ranked Syracuse is at 9th ranked Baylor. I'm going to go Baylor to win. So, in round 2, we have Gonzaga at Baylor. We'll get to that prediction coming up here in a minute. 5th ranked Marquette is at 12th ranked Murray State. I'm going Marquette to win. 4th ranked Florida State at 13th ranked Vermont. I'm going to go Florida State. So we have 5th ranked Marquette at 4th ranked Florida State. Let's see. Okay, 6th ranked Buffalo at Arizona State, or St. John's, Arizona State, I think that's how it is. But anyway, I'm going to go with Buffalo. They've had a great year so far, and I want their good season to continue. Texas Tech, 3rd ranked at North Kentucky. I don't know what I was thinking. I just went with North Kentucky. I don't really care, but I just put them in round 2. Florida at Michigan, no, hold on. Before we get to, I almost said the round 2 matchup, the last round 2 matchup. 7th ranked Nevada at 10th ranked Florida. I'm choosing 10th ranked Florida to win. 2nd ranked Michigan is at 15th ranked Montana. I'm going Michigan to win. So Buffalo and Michigan. I called it Michigan. So now to round 2. Gonzaga at Baylor. To me, Gonzaga is one of those teams that have had great success in the past. So yeah, so my second round matchups, Gonzaga at Baylor, I'm going to go with Gonzaga. Marquette at Florida State, I'm going to go with Marquette. Buffalo at North Kentucky, I'm going to go Buffalo. Florida at Michigan, I'm choosing Michigan. And I'm not saying that this is how the actual bracket's going to go. So, in my Sweet 16, for the teams, Gonzaga, Marquette, Michigan. So, the Sweet 16, the 4 in the West, we have Gonzaga at Marquette. I'm going to choose Gonzaga to go to the West Finals. Buffalo at Michigan. I'm going to choose, I almost said Michigan. Michigan will move on. So, it'll be Gonzaga versus Michigan. So the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed going together, and then I bet you the number 1 seed's gonna make it. That's Gonzaga. To me, both teams, or both the first seeds in the East and West conferences are moving on. And I'm choosing Gonzaga to be in the Final Four. So yeah. And now we have. And you'll see who the Final Four are in a little bit after we get done with the East or whatever. So we have South Division now. Round 1, Virginia first ranked Virginia at 6th ranked G-Web. I'm going Virginia to win this game. 8th ranked Ole Miss at Oklahoma. I'm going to go Ole Miss to win. 5th ranked Wisconsin at 12th ranked Oregon. I'm going Oregon. 4th ranked Kansas State at 13th ranked UC Irvine. I'm going to go Kansas State. So we have Virginia versus Oklahoma and Oregon versus UC Irvine in the second round. 6th ranked Villanova at 11th ranked St. Mary's. I'm going to go with Villanova. Villanova, I think, has won 3 March Madness titles in the last 4 years, if I remember correctly. 3, Purdue at Old Dominion, 14th ranked Old Dominion. I'm gonna go Purdue to win that game. So we have Villanova at Purdue in round 2. 7th ranked Cincinnati at I almost said Telf. 10th ranked Iowa. I'm choosing Iowa to win. 2nd ranked Tennessee at 15th ranked Colgate. I'm going to go Tennessee. So here are round 2 matchups: Virginia at Oklahoma, Oregon at Kansas State, Villanova at Purdue, and Iowa and Tennessee. These are my predictions for it, but anyway. So I'm going to choose Virginia over Oklahoma. I'm going to choose Virginia to win that game. Oregon State at Kansas State. Of course, Kansas State. So we have Virginia and Oakland in the, Virginia at Kansas State in the Sweet 16 round. We have Villanova at Purdue. I'm going to go with Villanova because they've been such a powering team. So we just have to go with them. Let's see, where was I? Oh, Iowa at Tennessee. I'm going to go Tennessee to win. So, Sweet 16 matchups in the South. Virginia at Kansas State. I am so sorry, Virginia. You are first ranked in the South, but I just have to go with Kansas State. To me, there's going to be a couple underdog stories, so I think Kansas State's one of them. Villanova at Tennessee. I'm gonna go vanilla. I almost said vanilla. Villanova. So we have Kansas State at Villanova in the South Finals. I'm going Villanova. They're making it back to the Final Four this year. Now we're in the Midwest Conference. First ranked North Carolina at 16th ranked Iona. Iona to win. Utah State is New Mexico State. I'm choosing Auburn to win. 4th ranked Kansas at Northeastern State, 13th ranked. I'm going Kansas to win. So far we have North Carolina at Washington and Auburn at Kansas. 6th ranked Iowa State's at 11th ranked Ohio State, the Buckeyes. I'm going to go Iowa State to win that game. Houston at Georgia State. Houston's 3rd ranked, Georgia State's 14th ranked. I'm going to go Houston to win. 7th ranked Wofford's at 10th ranked Seton Hall. I'm going to go Seton Hall to win that game. Then we have 2nd ranked Kentucky at 15th ranked Abilene Churches, I think is what I said. I'm going to go with Kentucky to win that game. So, yeah. Well, I dropped my pen. Where's the desk? Quick. Okay, I got my pen. Sweet 16 matchups. We have Virginia at Kansas State. I'm gonna go Kansas State. To me, is gonna add Virginia's long run. Oregon at Kansas State. I'm gonna go Kansas State. So we have Virginia and Kansas State in the Sweet 16. One of them. Yeah. I'll be right back. Oh, wait, hold on. We're in the Midwest. I don't know why I was thinking that. I'll be right back. I do my thoughts. I like this commercial. Okay, we are back. So we have, I said the South Conference one. We already went through the South Conference. So we're going to go with the Midwest Conference where we were. Washington at Auburn. I'm going to go Washington win that game. Where was it? Okay, Iowa at Kentucky, or Iowa State at Kentucky. I'm going to go Iowa State to win. So in the Midwest Conference Finals, we have Washington at Iowa State. I'm going with Washington. So here are my final four teams. I have Duke, Gonzaga, Villanova, and Washington. So to me, Duke versus Gonzaga in the Final Four. Duke, to me, is moving on to the next round. Duke is moving on to the national championship. So we have Villanova at Washington. I'm choosing Villanova to win. So we have Duke at Villanova in the finale. I'm going with Duke to win. So, yeah, I think Duke's going to win the national championship game this year. So, yeah. So, expect, I would say maybe around, sometime either, oh no, I'd say probably around the 7th or 8th of April, we're going to do NHL bracket playoffs. And then I think we're going to do either the 11th or the 12th. We'll be doing the NBA bracket. So, yeah, that will do it for the video. And we will see you guys all next time.